by Veronica Roth, and the summary of the story is this is the third book in the Divergent series. So Tris and her friends escape the factions city, and they are planning a war between the factionless and the people from outside the city. At the end of the book, Tris sacrificed herself, and when Tobias, her boyfriend, learned that Tris died, he is stunned and he want to take the memory serum and make him forget everything, but Tris want him to start a new life and live his life. So Tobias also wants Tris to be happy in heaven, so he do what Tris want him to do.
But why do Tris and her friends want to attack the factionless?
Because the factionless want to kill everybody that betrayed the factionless, and they want to kill everybody. So Tris don't want to kill the factionless, but Tobias convinced the leader of the factionless, and the leader is Tobias' mom. And then the mom choose Tobias over war, and so the factionless stop and don't fight. But there's David in this story, and David want to sacrifice everybody so they can have peace, but he don't want to sacrifice himself. So Tris sacrificed herself and saved everybody else.
Wow, that is a sad book.
Yes, it is. And what is your summary? What is your book?
I am reading Potter Wookie, and it's the second book in the Creature from My Closet series from Albert Sky, and it's about this boy named Robert has a creepy closet which creatures from books join his life, and this time it's Potter Wookie, and it's a combination of Harry Potter and Chewbacca, the Wookiee from Star Wars. And it's weirder than Frankenstein, and Frankenstein is very hairy and smelly, so he must say that he is smelly so others don't know about Potter Wookie. And now he is joining the cooking contest. I didn't finish this book, so that is my summary. What is your goal as a reader?
My goal as a reader is use context clues, like reading on when I don't know word. Yeah, and so yeah, and if I still don't know, I can read back or read the sentence over again and try to fit word in there. Right now I don't have an example, so yeah. And I also use sticky notes to predict the book, things in the book, and also I can underline what I like how the writer write her story. So what is your goal?
My goal is making chapter reviews to predict, to summarize the chapter and predict the next chapter, and use context clues to define new words that I don't know, and talk with my partners about how the reader writes, because Albert Scott is a good writer, author. Yeah. What would be different if you read this book and you don't use sticky notes?
I think that will be different when I don't use sticky note in this book. If I finish reading this and when Mr. Edwin tell me to talk to a partner, I would not be able to talk because I don't have any part that I can talk about, and it will take a very long time to find the part that I like because I have to read it all over again and sticky notes it. So when I am reading, I can put sticky note in it. So when you,
I think it will be different without sticky notes because I can talk with my partners, and if I have a word that I don't know, I can go back and define it. Can you show me some of your sticky notes?
okay, so my favorite part in this story is the part where Veronica Ross, the writer, show that Tris is dead and not tell. And I am going to read this to you. So my mother walking out from behind him. She's dressed. No, okay. The gun goes off again. More pain and black edge on my vision. But I hear Caleb's voice speaking again. The green button. So much pain, but how when my body feels so numb? I start to fall and slam my hand into the keypad on my way down. A light turns on behind the green button. I hear a beep and a turning sound. I slide to the floor. I feel something warm on my neck and under my cheek. Red blood is a strange color, dark. From the corner of my eye, I see David slumped over in his chair, and my mother walking out from behind him. She is dressed in the same clothes she wore the last time I saw her. Abnegation gray stained with her blood, with bare arms to show her tattoo. There are still bullet holes in her shirt. Through them I can see her rounded skin, red but no longer bleeding, like she's frozen in time. Her dull blonde hair is tied back into a knot, but a few loose strands frame her face in gold. I know she can't be alive, but I don't know if I'm seeing her now because I'm delirious from the blood loss, or if the death serum has addled my thoughts, or if she is here in some other way. She kneels next to me and touches a cool hand to my cheek. "Hello, Beatrice," she says, and she smiles. "Am I done yet?" I said, and I'm not sure if I actually say it or if I just think it and she hears it. "Yes," she says. her eyes bright with tears. My dear child, you have done so well. What about the others? I choked on a sob as the image of Tobias comes into my mind, of how dark and how still his eyes were, how strong and warm his hand was when we first stood face to face. Tobias, Caleb, my friends, they'll care for each other, she says. That's what people do. I smile and close my eyes. I feel a thread tugging me again, but this time I know that it isn't some sinister force dragging me toward death. This time I know it's my mother's hand drawing me into her arms, and I go gladly into her embrace. Can I be forgiven for all I've done to get here? I want to be. I can. I believe it.
Wow.
And that's what and that's when I know that Tris is sad. So it is very touching.
And with many details, so
Yeah.
the author is very good.
So that's one of my favorite parts.
My favorite part is the part when Rob took Potter Wookie to the library and the librarian freaked out when Potter Wookie ate a book. Yeah. This is the part. I will read it to you. I found an empty table by the bathrooms and started to read. I was actually enjoying myself when I looked over and noticed that Harry had crawled out of my backpack and he had also pulled a book off one of the shelves and eaten part of it. I pushed Harry down into the backpack just as a librarian appeared out of nowhere. She saw the chewed up book and screamed, "The R!" I wanted to tell her that Harry ate the book, that I didn't want to freak her out, so I took the blame. Sorry, I haven't had any dinner. For some reason, the librarian was still freaked out. She agreed to let me off the hook if I paid an $8 fine. I looked in my pockets, and it's not enough money. I didn't have anywhere near that much money, so the librarian made me show books to work off my debt. It wouldn't have been too bad except Harry was smelled and people kept looking at me like I was a stinky one. Excuse me. I like this part because it shows pictures with the words, so we can see the exact things that Rob had in his pockets and how freaked out the librarian was. That I don't really like looking at pictures because I want to visualize it. So yeah, but this is the funniest part in the book so far. What is the purpose of you reading this book?
The purpose of me reading Allegiant is I went on BookTube and many authors recommend this book and series, so I decided to buy it and read it. And I really like types of books that include fighting and romance, so this book is the right types of books for me and I really enjoy it. So what is your purpose of reading Potter Wookie?
Because at first I look at how thick the book is and I read the summary and it seems very funny, and inside is pictures mixed with words so we can have a better image of it, so I like that. you get your reviews from BookTube?
Yeah, BookTube is YouTubers that recommend books and make video about books review.
Okay, it's fun talking to you. When you finish the side book I am number 4 of Tobias, please summarize it to me so I can read it. Bye bye.
YouTube.